Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Blingo back here with another video. I hope y'all all been living y'all truth. Now, listen, man. Last time with the whole, like maybe a couple days ago, when all the allegations for Jay-Z came out, Akademiks called out everybody. He basically told everybody, all the media people, he called out Joe Budden, Elliott Wilson, especially Elliott Wilson, Charlamagne, Wayne. He called out mad media people, you know, that kind of, they always lean towards Jay-Z, you know what I mean? And me, I'm guilty of that too. I always kind of lean towards Jay-Z in a positive light, you know, so much that people actually wrote on my comments before and told me, listen, one day you're going to have to see Jay-Z for who he really is. You know, someone said that to me, you know, and it hurt because I don't want to see nothing bad through Jay. I don't. But we're going to watch Chigs. Chigs got all of the stuff. So we're going to watch him. Let's go.
Chigs. Get ready. You know what to do, Chigs.
I find him. You know what? I like Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Who is going to take the bait from DJ Akademiks and attack Jay-Z? Is anybody out there brave enough? So last week, you guys all saw the FBI intake form that was written about Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and also Epstein. Now, a lot of people went crazy after seeing Jay-Z's name on this report. People said, whoa, Jay-Z, that's odd. Why is your name affiliated with Weinstein and Epstein? Now, all the Jay-Z and Rock Nation conspiracy theories had a party. They were celebrating like their team just won the Super Bowl. Some people said, gotcha, Jay-Z. We knew there was something weird about you. And that's when old pictures of Jay-Z and Beyonce, Jay-Z and Aaliyah started to resurface again. A lot of misinformation went flying, but of course, if you're anti-Jay-Z, you're going to believe certain things. Now, DJ Akademiks went on to call out media figures like Charlamagne, Wayno, Ebro, and Joe Budden to speak on Jay-Z's name being affiliated with Epstein. If you guys missed that video, please make sure you guys go check it out here.
I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen, but I seen everybody role playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast.
Well, first of all, let's just stop right there. Akademiks, it's your word versus his word. You know, the guy is swearing up and down that he smacked you. All right? The story sounds cool. I mean, it sounds real. Let's say it sounds cool. That's messed up. The story sounds real, bro. You're telling me that, yeah, he got up close to my car and he swung at me, but he missed. That don't really sound believable. You know what I mean? If he got up close to you and he saw you and he said he smacked you, I don't think he could miss. You know what I mean? It'll be very hard to miss, but whatever. But let's keep it going.
Podcast. I need to, Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. If I watch the next Joe Budden podcast and y'all don't put this picture up and be like, yo, this looked like a preteen boy with a grown-ass man and this shit was wrong, I know y'all biased. Wayno, I need you to talk about this one.
Now, so far, Wayno has responded back to Akademiks. Charlamagne also responded back to DJ Akademiks.
I don't understand why y'all are so quick to want to tear our own down without doing just a little bit of research. Okay, by the way, I saw way more headlines about Pusha T and Jay-Z than I did Eminem, but that's not surprising because we love tearing our own down. Even though when you're talking hip-hop, Eminem is one of us, okay? But I don't even like the headlines I saw of him, all right? Connecting...
Wait, hold up. Eminem got caught up out there? He got caught up in the fouls too? I didn't know that. If that's true, Charlamagne got a great point because all I seen was Jay-Z and Pusha T. I did not see nothing about Eminem. But guess what?
Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Eminem to something like the Epstein files? Come on, man. Okay, listen, for everyone who may not know, let me explain to you. Mentions of these artists didn't come from Epstein's personal records. They didn't come from reports supported by law enforcement. Okay, these stories came from a crisis intake report, a public hotline submission, a tip that some random person called in from 2019. They aren't backed by court findings, indictments, confirmed evidence. And if you actually read the stories, they just simply don't make any sense. Okay, what the hell would Jay-Z be doing with Harvey Weinstein and Attorney General William Barr in 1996? That was the year his first album came out. Do you really think Pusha T in 2007 was hanging around Harvey Weinstein and was one of the victim's handlers?
Well, let's say that. I'm going to say this. Y'all got to understand something. That story does sound freaking crazy. I'll tell you straight. It does. It sounds crazy. It do. But we got to understand that anything is truly possible. It really, really is. It sounds crazy because, like I said, like Charlamagne said, it was 1996. Jay-Z, I don't see Jay-Z running around in them circles at that time. He was not big like that. He wasn't. He was just coming out. He was still in Brooklyn. I know family members who seen Jay-Z in Brooklyn, who didn't know him, but they seen him in passing. They seen him around. Like some of my uncles, my older cousins, like my parents' cousins and stuff. They seen Jay-Z around when he was trying to make it, because we kind of from the same area, right? But 96 to be hanging out with Weinstein and Epstein, all them people, I don't know. It do sound crazy, but anything is possible, all right? Now, when it comes to Pusha T, he was kind of getting up there already. He was kind of getting hot already. So there's more of a chance, but I still don't really believe it. I don't believe it at all. Honestly, I don't really believe any of these. But I'm just hoping that they're not true. Because anything is possible. Stop thinking everything that we see, and because we just using our minds and, we just saying like, oh, it's no possible way. You're going to hurt yourself if it comes out that it actually is true.
In the Eminem story, the woman describes how she weighs 300 pounds. So a video of her would be easy to find. This is her words, not mine. By the way, anyone who actually took the time to read any of these stories would know that. Now, I don't have a problem with people reporting this. I just don't understand how y'all don't report this with proper context. All you outlets know that people don't read past headlines. So if you put Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem in the Epstein files, everybody is going to run with it. And I just be having to sit back and think, do we realize how much we are getting played, okay? Whenever the powers that be want to deflect from what they got going on, they will always throw meat to the blacks, okay? Because they know nobody controls the algorithm like black people, all right? Why do you think they like utilizing black influencers?
Which was still not enough for Akademiks. He went on to call out Charlamagne for being part of Jay-Z's camp and also being biased towards Jay-Z.
There's a lot of people that's running what I call interference. And I love watching media run interference for powerful men. Because I always think, damn, what business deal they got coming up?
He's a jerk.
Love Charlamagne. Idol of mine. Let me remove the word idol because it feels like I idolize. Like, idol. It is, right? Like, I look up to Charlamagne. I've always done that. But I don't expect Charlamagne to have a neutral or even have a qualitative conversation about Jay-Z's past and Jay-Z's history in the music industry. Why? Charlamagne was also pretty much caught handing a cookie jar in the casino saga where Jay-Z was trying to get a bid. Charlamagne showed up and gave riveting speeches about how the council members should vote to approve this because Jay-Z's vision is great and this and third. So there's some synergy and alignment there between not necessarily Roc Nation and Charlamagne, but the entities that are trying to push and put Jay-Z in a certain place and Charlamagne. Is that paid? I don't know. Maybe they're just good friends. Now, even though back in the day, there was a conversation that Jay-Z may have gotten Charlamagne fired from Philly radio after some criticisms.
Yeah, I remember that. It was that. Honestly, that seemed like it's true, though. It seemed like that one was pretty much true. I think Jay-Z really did complain about something that happened, and they ended up firing Charlamagne. I don't know if Jay-Z actually said to fire him, but I think something that he was not happy with led to Charlamagne getting
I don't know what's going on, though. I just want to have conversations. The conversations just seem to nah.
Well, this morning on the brand new Joe Budden podcast, episode 900, make sure you guys go to Spotify to go check it out. But Joe Budden responded back to DJ Akademiks, calling him out to speak on the Jay-Z rumors. However, Joe went about it in a very Joe way. Joe had a very sarcastic response. He said, hey, you know what? Let's all go march down to the Rock Nation building on Saturday and protest. Let's all go protest and make some noise so we could all draw attention to these allegations. Here's what Joe said.
They're going to say we ran from it. Which?
No, we took Pete Rock and Seal Smooth head on.
Oh, okay. You're right.
And like, look, man, we not scared of the powerful up top, man. We don't run from nobody.
That's right.
Listen, no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, my son. You get back?
Listen.
You gonna take us out of here, boy?
I ain't never been.
Let's see who got a dick
I ain't
now.
never been pussy. I ain't never ran. Never will. If you're listening out there, I want you to know I see some of the same exact things that you see. And I'm really, really disturbed by it all. So much so, I'm making a call to action right this second, yo. I need me and you guys out there to head down to the Rock Nation office. Seriously.
Word.
At 5 p.m. this Saturday. 5 p.m. this Saturday.
Eastern time, y'all.
I
Eastern,
think that along with you guys' help, we'll be able to get to the bottom of what that undercover anonymous hotline tip meant. And when we finish down there at Rock Nation, we're taking that bad boy down to Virginia. Pusha T's name was in that too on that phone call.
Yo.
And
The train being Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Harvey Weinstein.
in 96 too.
In 96.
Yo, somebody pause.
Can you believe that? Yo, Piggity, thank you. The white man said it. Bro.
They dumb. Joe Budden is good though. He's good. He's good at the podcast thing. Like he's good. He's good. I ain't gonna lie.
YZ to Pusha T.
That's a sick game.
Nah, 6. Piggity, tell him, Piggity.
Push was 18.
Probably 130 pounds.
If that. Yo, you know, I can't. Yo, we can't.
Nah, for real, yo. Honestly, we have to get to the bottom of what was going on. That shit don't sit right in my soul and spirit. Some of these people we look up to, yo. This Saturday at 5 p.m. Meet me down there, and we're gonna really get to the bottom of what they
Somebody
meant
got
by
some
that.
explaining to do?
Yeah, we're gonna. Don't worry, y'all. We ain't running from that. We ain't running from that this weekend. Watch.
It's gonna look like January 6th.
Now, after these guys had their fun, Mark Lamont Hill, being the journalist of the group and also the more responsible one, Mark makes sure to come back around and clean it up and make sure nothing they said gets misconstrued. Here's what he said.
Just to be clear for the audience's benefit, we're not laughing at the accusations.
Hold us down, boy.
They're saying that they're implausible, that they don't believe the accusations. I don't want people to later on be like they're laughing at somebody who was harmed.
No.
I don't want them to twist and
course
misrepresent
not.
what y'all. I know, but people misrepresent.
You're right.
Yeah, it's very important.
And my apologies.
This is why we need you here.
The joke,
This is why we
what
need
they're
you
laughing
here,
at is the
yo.
implausibility
That's right,
that
bro.
at that
Fox
time
is
in the
killing me, yo.
90s, that Jay-Z would even be at the social status to even have access to those people. And Pusha T even more so, and was it 07 or whatever, that he would have access to these social circles.
96, bro.
Yeah, it seems implausible.
Right? 96 or 06?
I think they said
96 was for Hov.
They gave one for him and another, and I think it was 07 for Pusha
07.
T. So they were saying 2 different time periods, both of which seem implausible to a lot of people. It was an anonymous tip, and those papers are filled with that. I don't know what's true. They're going to say we caping for Jay-Z. I'm not caping
In the
for
same light, some of the ones against other people who are revered from a different sector of the world, I don't really necessarily believe
Yeah, I don't know if
that
Noam
shit
Chomsky
either.
was in the train either. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
And another thing, we gotta remember, like, dang, that was 30 years ago. Jay-Z, that was 30 years ago. So Jay-Z had to be, I don't know, Jay-Z's like, how old is Jay-Z? Let's see, how old is Jay-Z? Real quick. 56? 30, he was 26 at the time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope not. It doesn't make any sense to me, but
I'm
feeling it.
I don't.
My whole thing was, and I just posted it up there on the screen, the same justice.gov that posted these 3 million pages also wrote, this production may include fake or falsely submitted images, documents, or videos, as everything that was sent to the FBI by the public was included in its production.
So they're admitting there's a lot of bullshit in there.
We didn't. All of this shit is a lot of bullshit in there. We don't know. We just, hey, if it came to us, we gave it to y'all. So y'all can't say we held it.
So to be clear, we're not holding Hov and Pusha T to a higher standard or a lower standard. We're saying everybody in those documents should be examined. We should look for the truth, but we shouldn't assume that anybody in there is innocent or guilty just because we like them or don't like them. That's all.
That's right.
All right, so that's see, you see, that's true. If they said a lot of that stuff is just whatever it was, they just put it out there, then yo, you gotta keep it real. A lot of it could be a bunch of fluff, But I just don't like. Maybe the lady was just trying to get some money. The only thing that's bad about it is that Jay-Z's name has been connected to a fair amount of scandals and stuff, but. Some will say, he's been in the game for 30 years. So things are going to come out. People are going to talk lies about him. People are going to say stuff about him. But we don't know what's true. I'm not saying that it is true. I'm not saying that I believe it because really I don't. But I really hope that it's not true. You know what I mean? I really do. I hope that it's not true.
Very, very, very well said. Listen, some of y'all kids out there missed the memo. There's this new trend on the internet where adults are replying to things now. So adults are reading, adults are replying. We're not just taking the kiddie version of what's going on, which would be, we need your voices because Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Harvey Weinstein in '96 had too much fun. Call me when you get a little more on that.
So at this point, Joe is not taking this allegation seriously. These pictures about Jay-Z come up every other year, and people are always outraged about it. Mainly people that want to see the downfall of Jay-Z. For people that don't fuck with Jay-Z, there's no explanation that's going to be good enough for him. If you come out and say, hey, I don't believe these pictures, I don't believe these Jay-Z allegations, people are going to call you biased for being on Jay-Z's payroll. So at this point, is it really worth it explaining something to somebody that's not willing to listen? And also someone that already has their minds made up regarding a specific person? You guys get in the comments below.
Another thing, real quick. Well, not real quick, but Akademiks is saying all this. Akademiks is saying all this about Jay-Z, right? But you got actual footage of Drake doing some stuff. You got actual like more proof of that type of situation. You got more proof of that, and you won't go there with it. You actually defend it and say, "Come on now, Drake isn't. You're not doing that for Jay-Z right now, and all you got is a picture." An old picture of him and Aaliyah. When some people are saying that she's 16, we don't know if she's 16 though. That's not really confirmed. And like I said before, back in the day when I was younger, girls were built like that at a later age. Go back, right? Go back. I'm gonna give y'all all a little test. Go back and look at the 3LW video. Because back when I was younger, they was bad. We liked them as kids. In middle school, we thought they was bad, right? But look at how their bodies are. Look at the old Destiny Child videos. Look at how their bodies are. Then, after you're done, look at somebody like Lotto or Ice Spice before they got the surgeries. Just look at them then. They're built different these days. Women are built different. And the same with men, too. You know what I mean? Same with men. A lot of the young men, like I said in my last video, they're very muscular and everything. If you look back then, all of us was mad skinny. Back when I was younger, we grew up skinny. We were skinny for a very long time. You know what I mean? We look young. We look younger. Nowadays, everyone looks older. It's weird. And I have, I'm very into nutrition and all that. I think it's what's in the food, but hey, that's a different story. So you can't really run, oh, look at her. She looked like a little boy. Aaliyah looks like a little boy. That's how women were back then. Even look at all the models too. Look at Nia Long. Look at a freaking Jada Pinkett. All of them. All the women from back then, they were all skinnier, slimmer. They were just built different. you know? So that's not a good example. But I'm in the video there, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, you know, about Joe Budden's response. I think it was a great response. I think it was a great response. And Charlamagne, I think that was a good response too. But Charlamagne, you are kind of a little too biased when it comes to Jay-Z. So I can't really, you know, respectfully, you're very biased when it comes to Jay. And I think you do have ties to Rock Nation. I don't know for sure, but it does seem like you do have some ties to Rock Nation. So it is what it is. It's cool though. You know, some people like Akademiks, you're very biased to people. And you be having more proof. So you can't even talk. But guys, we're going to end the video there. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit me with a super thanks if you really enjoyed the video. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Become a member. You know, I really appreciate that, you know. If you become a member, you know, support the channel. And shop Vero, veroclothing.net. I will see y'all at the next video. Peace. And remember, live your truth.